It's the morning of October the 5th, Wednesday, 2016, and it's almost 6 years to the day that I lost Jimmy. We lost Jimmy, the world, our families. And I taught Jimmy to live extreme, and he needed that. Jim had cystic fibrosis, and he lived till he was 28. And he learned early not to waste a second, not to waste a breath. So I'm going to do a bicycling video project in tribute to Jim. Being aware of all the conditions around you is very important. And in his case, it's what kept him alive for so long. So there's a hurricane coming up the East Coast. It's right off the coast, right off the Outer Banks right now. And that Gulf Stream hot water is going to push its way up to Chesapeake Bay. And I have a lot of videos of sunset scenes and very few of sunrise scenes. Now, I don't think I'm going to see the sunrise today due to the clouds from the hurricane, but I have a really neat treasure that one of my sisters has blessed me with, which is a private beach, and the water there, which runs no more than 6 to 8 feet deep, has been so warm. It's October 5th, as I said, and so my intention is to go out and to make some bicycling videos at dawn and to actually be soaking in the water that's coming off the Gulf Stream. Sunrise is 7:15 this morning. Currently it's 5:40 a.m. So if I get dressed up correctly and I deal with the wind and I put on some Bob Weir. I listened to a concert that I attended when I was 15 at RFK Stadium. It's on YouTube, and so I taped it, and it's old-fashioned work. It's on my smartphone. So this is a project. This involves a flip video, an Android smartphone, recordings of a concert that would happen well over 45 years ago. It's going to motivate me, and my intent is to cycle about 8 miles so my body temperature is up, and if I do this right, I'm going to end up at a private beach, and I'm going to take the ultimate in soaking baths, because I intend to go and sit in that body of water. As a bicyclist, you monitor the weather, the air temperature, the water temperature. I've told people for years it's kind of a joke, but I've monitored the coast of the water temperature of the water off the coast of Chile for years. That affects the heat over the Sonoran Desert, which affects the Gulf Coast, which affects the Gulf Stream. And so if I do this right, I'm going to have a private area where I can just go sit in the water and reflect on those 28 years that we had with Jim. And so it's a multimedia project that I'm doing to commemorate Jim. Some parents lose their children with no notice. By the grace of God, I had 25 years of notice that someday Jim would be gone before me. And I know he'd be very proud of me if I could pull this off, in which I did video and audio recording and used the conditions of the air. Humidity is 75%. Current air temperature outside here in Southern Virginia is 64 degrees. The estimated temperature at sunrise is going to be about 68 degrees. I was in the water earlier today I worked last night and I'm going to work tonight on an overnight shift, so I'm trying to take care of my circadian rhythm. I taught Jim about his circadian rhythms. I'm using a 6-year-old flip camera to create the beginning of this project. On October the 3rd, Jim and I were in New York City in the year 2010 and at a family gathering, and I talked to him about doing my dream, a consulting company for hotels for he and I. And I went out the next day and I spent a decent amount of money on a couple of video cameras and office equipment, color copier, scanner. And so now I have a tablet I'm going to use for this to upload to YouTube. My YouTube video count is over 520 videos now that it's been almost 6 years that I've been doing this. And Jim skied, he hiked, he swam, he rode his bicycle, he learned how to shoot a rifle and a pistol on his pop-up's farm. He learned how to drive a tractor, he could drive a pickup truck at 15, and everything that about my wonderful Jim, our wonderful Jim, was pushing the limits. Jim did rock climbing on the walls of Chelsea Pier in New York City on the edge of the Hudson River. And so it's in tribute to Jim that I'm going to try to go to the extreme. I've just loaded up my bicycle with strobes because when I go out it's going to still be dark. I'll work out while it's dark, raise my body temperature, and hopefully at sunrise I'll be sitting in this really neat body of water. And I'll be able to capture whatever sun comes through the clouds. Always remember the sun's ultraviolet rays do come through the clouds, so they'll still be warming the water. And me being a Pennsylvania boy and Jimmy being a Pennsylvania boy, we love a little chill, a little edge to the wind. So that said, this is the intro to what I hope to be about an hour-long video in memorial to the 6th year of the passing of James K. Malone. Jim passed October 6th, 2010, and I miss him every day.